Can you explain why you sold your shares of Avafin to Capitec Bank over the years?
I needed the money. How else do you buy the Lambo? I mean,
Range Rovers or whatever.
Yeah, Range Rovers. Okay, go for it.
I mean, it was a great story. Capitec was a great partner. It's an amazing company. More power to them, and we're stunned seeing their growth while they were
very stunned.
Yeah, pretty much stunned. They grew the market cap 2 times.
I think
more than
more.
2 times while they were with us since 2015 when we started talking about the deal. And for what is that 10 billion market cap company, that's amazing. So good luck to them with Avafin in expanding in Europe. But for us, it was many things together, and one of them is that we felt like the chapter had to be closed. You had a lot of legacy in the company. You had many shareholders. You had dilution there, which was not favorable for us. We had an opportunity of exiting to one of the best banks in the world. So of course we did it. It's like a no-brainer, pretty much.
And I would just add that we had this successful run with the business. We raised money from Capitec. They became a strategic partner, and once a public bank is your strategic, basically biggest investor, it kind of means certain things. It means the company becomes more corporate. And me and Avs, we're company builders, as it's cool to say, company builders and entrepreneurs. So for us, the environment wasn't exactly the sort of place where we could do what we want in a way we want, ideally. And we had already very capable, basically independent management in place since, 2018, 17, Patrick and the rest of the team. And so we just decided that that's time to step down from the management. And then once we were off the management, of course, we were more interested to having, cash in the bank rather than shares. It's not like, Facebook or something. And then the rest of Dav's mentioned.
Was there also, let's say, an emotional sentiment to it? Because obviously Creamfinance is so much the origin from your story in the lending business, more or less, right?
It's not like a surprise. You wake up one day and all of a sudden you don't have a company, so that's and the cash on your mattress. No, it's a long process. The process took, what is that? We started the process of the sale before COVID.
5 years.
Then COVID hit. We had a pause of like 1.5 or 2 years. Then we restarted the process. Then we had multiple offers from global concerns and then companies, and then our existing shareholder kind of said, okay, let's stop the game and we'll buy it. So it was a long process, and there's enough time to assimilate what's happening, how it's happening. Of course, it's interesting to do the deal, see how it's happening on the world level. So, but no hard feelings. I think everybody came out happy from the deal. All of our shareholders are made multimillionaires there. So it's like...
especially the first seed, small seed investors or consultants. Some of them, they didn't put any money in it and they made the most return. So shout out to them.
This morning I was looking at your what was it? Like your report panel discussion or the kind of presentation you had. I don't know where it was about how to fundraise millions and the lessons you learned along the way.
And the presentation I did? Mm-hmm. It was like a seminar, like 2 months ago or something.
Yeah. And one thing that came to my mind, like reflecting, or you were reflecting on the struggles at the very early beginning, like I think like getting 30,000 euro for 45% of the company.
Our very first investor. Davos is gonna go meet him soon, actually.
Okay.
You're going, yeah?
September.
Yeah.
Okay, and then actually something that I was curious about, like back in the day, have you like thought about, like you were at the, just at the get-go of building a company, but have you thought also about the exit already at the very beginning? And was this always a target of yours to sell this company at one point, or do you looked at it more as, okay, this is going to be like my baby and I nurture it throughout the years and it's always be with me? Or how did you think about the exit from the very early days?
For whom this question is it? You want the answer for people that start businesses or for?
Who needs
the answer will be different then.
I'm just curious, like, did you have an exit
I mean,
in mind already, or like, I'm gonna build companies to sell them, or?
For me and Davis, for me, I don't even remember, to be honest, like how I felt about thinking about the exit. We were just excited that there was something that kind of works, and that we are, in the deep end, and we have to figure out how to get this money, etc. I don't remember like thinking about the exits. At one point, I do remember that we, kind of felt like this could be a tech company, a VC type of business that you could fundraise and sell. That I do remember, and that was a mistake strategically, because it's not a tech company. You cannot sell it as a VC.
It's not a VC business.
And it's not a VC fundable business, and so on and so forth. And with that, I do remember we decided to pay attention to things that are important in a kind of VC story. And therefore, we were thinking about a sale, potentially, ideally, as a way to make money from this business. And that was, I think, like 2015, 16, around that period of time. And so that I do remember. But then, and I think this relationship with the sale of the business, it kind of keeps changing as you develop and as you understand the business better, and so on. So there's not like one specific answer.
Okay. Did the new ownership structure change the way funds have been allocated to Esketit? Because it seems like, I think the portfolio right now is around 12 million on Esketit. It seems to be quite stagnant. Did anything change from the restructuring of the ownership?
The glorious CFO, Peter.
I was thinking, should we mention his name?
Yeah, we did.
Giving him too much airtime.
So Peter is very prudent CFO, so he likes to diversify risks, and therefore Esketit is just one of the funding sources there, one of the 4 or 5.
Very risky one.
Yeah. So that's where we are, and he has a full authority over those decisions, which we're very happy for.
Peter, doing a good job, man.
Yeah, so, let him do his job. When the company grows and we still are one of the 4 funding sources for Avafin, the portfolio will grow, right? So that's in the plans, and I think Avafin's budget for 25, 26 implies quite a lot of growth, so that's going to happen.
But yes, and also their company now, they belong 100% or almost 100% to Capitec, and so Capitec has obviously deep pockets, so they will be able to provide some funding on their side.
Hopefully, but
that's not certain. We just hear rumors.
Okay. Did you consider like how, let's say, funding from Avafin could dry up with the new ownership change, and did you also felt like this could have an impact on the Esketit operations to a bigger extent?
No.
Even if they do decide to pull out the money for some strange reasons, I mean, I will replace it, not instantly, but over time. So.
So there's no more say, or there has been no contractual agreement in terms of like, I know for some sort of transition period, we want to ensure a certain funding from Avafin on Esketit?
And this is, I think, great that you asked this question. Esketit and Avafin has the same contractual obligations as Esketit and Credus, Esketit and Axiom, and Esketit and any other asset originator, right? And the relationship is the same.
Yeah,
so
what's on paper.
What's on paper, and the contract is the same for all companies. So if they, for whatever reason, decide to extend, we're happy, right? Our investors are, interested in Avafin as an asset class and as a company. So. But what we know and what we foresee, there's no drying up. There's just more volume planned.
I'm just assuming because, let's say, considering their size and also the size they have in terms of like on Esketit, might have given you certain ideas about, okay, we want to ensure like there's also a certain level of funding coming from Avafin moving forward. And
for me, and that was the mentality, is we shouldn't be dependent on any one loan originator to any extent unless it's owned fully by us. And so Avafin or no Avafin on Esketit platform, I mean, we want to be in a position where it doesn't really matter. That's
the plan,
right?
And I think also it's worth to add that for lenders, platforms usually is flexible funding, and that means that with help of platforms they can kind of lower and higher the funded volumes. So, for example, if you take bonds, you are kind of quite fixed to the volume that you have funded. But with the platform, you can go up 1 month, and another month you can gonna go again lower, and then you can kind of manage your funding sources in such a way, and the platform helps for this. So, and this we also kind of see with Avafin. So, for example, they have been a bit higher, now they are a bit lower. We know that they will again be higher, so it will be just fluctuating throughout the months most probably.
Yeah, but also obviously our position has changed from back in 5 years ago, or like let's say 3 years ago when we started Esketit. We were obviously shareholders in Esketit, so the relationship was much closer and much more cooperation. And now it's a third-party loan originator.
Closing the chapter with Avafin, maybe just the very end. When are new assets coming from Avafin? Now, you mentioned the Mexican lender, but I think that's in the air already for quite some time. If I remember, like hearing this some, I don't know, 6 months ago or something. So why are there no new assets coming, and what's the forecast you have at the moment?
You came in the wrong moment to ask this question, to be honest, because we are, 2, 3, 4 weeks away from new asset originator?
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. So that's what we've been working on for quite some time.
Not Avafin.
Yeah.
Not Avafin, yeah. So that's going to be a new one. On Avafin Mexico, what do you want me to tell them?
No, I mean it's not. So if they will want to post something, they will, and we're happy. If not, then no, we don't have any active discussions with Alice.
Yeah, just also to say why we have kind of historically said that they will come, and now it's still not, they are still not there. Just the thing is that also on Avafin they have had enough of the cash on their side, and that's why it was enough for them. 1 month they saw that they will not have enough cash of that, and then they had great results, and that delivered kind of more cash for them, so they didn't need the cash from Esketit, and that's why the situation was kind of changing every month, and then we are still in the situation that they don't need that funding as such, and that's why they are not there, and that's just the simple answer for this.